Oh my gosh, there's so much. So here's the thing. I know nothing. I finished my freshman year at IU. It was fire. It was awesome. And I love the space, and I'm definitely like, people are like, so you see yourself going there for all 4 years of school? And I'm like, yes. But now I'm like, I see all these directors and I see these artists, and they come from big, like, good schools of art, right? Heron is good, but it's not School of Art Institute of Chicago. Let me tell you that. It's not SCAD. It's not Cal Arts. But also, at the same time, I understand that you can be a good artist without going to these schools. Without a degree, and well, I still want a degree because I love education, by the way, first of all. I think education is a very important thing that all of you should be doing. And I love school, and I love pushing myself and finding like connections and doing all of that. But um again, no money. So I kind of want to apply. And I want to see if I make it. Here's the thing: I'm not going unless they give me a full ride. But again, who said I needed a full degree to become a great artist? No one says that. A lot of people say that, but a lot of people also say that you don't need a degree. Okay, and I'm still getting a degree. One thing about me is that's 100%. I'm getting a degree. I'm getting my education, right? Does it need to be at the most prestigious place in order to become what I want to be? Technically, no. But also, they take you to all these, like, these are connections. This is networking. This is working with people that are similar to you. Okay, anyway, here's my thing on animation. Here's my take. Hot take. Not hot. Where are the raw stories of children? By that, I mean, so let's just start from the beginning. So I think children are not taken seriously these days, and we are now living in a country that does not take children seriously. They don't take care of children. They don't take them seriously, and we don't care for them. We don't. If we really cared for them, then something would have been done after the first shooting, and nothing's been done. They are not put at the epicenter of our society here in America, and we would this would be a very different place if we did. So here's the thing. I hold on. So from a very young age, I knew that there was something wrong with my brain. Let's just say that. I thought maybe a little too much about death. I thought a little bit too much about loneliness. Probably like in second, third grade. Fourth grade is when I was like, maybe I should go to a counselor. Let's tell someone about this. And then sixth grade, no, nothing happened. I talked to a counselor like back in elementary school, but I didn't know that was something with my brain. I thought it was kind of like, oh, my friend was being really annoying today and like da 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 this and that. So that's what I would tell my counselor. I didn't really I didn't get therapy nor medication until freshman year of high school. The fact that I got any medication and any therapy services at all is a privilege. That is insane. That's awesome. A lot of people don't get diagnosed until they're grown. A lot of people don't have um a lot of people aren't medicated, nor do they have the ability to get this medicine. So, freshman year. Yes, it happened, but it was still too late. In my opinion. By too late, I mean like it could have been done sooner. Here's the thing: children can be taught about mental illness. They can be taught about mental health. They can be taught that some days your brain is just not, it's just your op some days. Why? We don't know. But you can have a boo boo up here. If you can have a boo boo on your hand, you can have a boo boo up here. So when I tell people kind of this thing like, oh, I want to make things for children, but kind of like a more serious tone, and a more like, because we have to take them seriously, like a story that really listens to their darknesses and their tendencies, I guess. But again, here's the thing, like I feel like when I say this, a lot of people are like, this is what do children know? They know so much. They're so much smarter than we think they are. And this was part of breaking that cycle. This is part of putting them at the emphasis of our stories, or of our creations, and like, and we have to listen to them because they have so much to say. So, by more serious problems, people will ask, will be like, well, how do you know what the cutoff is for like what's good for a child and what's not good for a child? Or like, how are we supposed to figure out these balances between, um, like content for a 7-year old versus content for like a 13, 15, 18-year old, right? I mean, there are children who have experienced their houses getting bombed in war before. That is an experience that is real, and that is an experience that a child should not go through, but it's what they go through. So, where are those stories? Where are the stories of the children who have their parents taken from them, who are detained, the children who grew up with no parent, one house, maybe no parents at all, those who are orphaned, those who grew up with disability, those who grew up with chronic illness? What do each one of these stories tell about this child? And like, what, each of them have so much to share, and each of them have such an immaculate and intense, like, what's the word, like each of them have such an intense experience of life at such a young age. They're not stupid. These are the stories that I'm like, I want to bring these into film. And here's the thing, there are stories like this, obviously. And that's why those are the most, like, international stories are the ones that are most like critically acclaimed. Those are the best ones because of the art direction, and the story, but also the understanding that this comes from a place of hurt and pain and feeling and sorrow, but also like overcoming. Also, horror movies. This is a random thing, but is there like a horror animation movie? I guess there's scary stuff, but people would say kind of the scariest is like Coraline. But I'm like, where are the horror animation films? Animation. Let me see. Maybe I might be wrong. Mad God. The House? Oh, what is that? Killer of Killers? Wait, what's that? Okay, pause. Let me actually see. The warmth of home. Ooh. Wait, okay, that's on Hulu. I'm gonna check that out. Killer of Killers, The House. Okay, what comes up is like Frankenweenie and this and Monster House, Wendell and Wildest Fire, Paranorman. Paranorman was really good, but it wasn't very horror. Coraline, at the top of my head, Coraline is kind of like the best, well-known, nationwide, worldwide, critically acclaimed film that genuinely made people feel scared. But it was still like a good thing for kids. Not a good thing. Oh, nine, yes, nine too. These are good, but we can go further. We can do more. And so, like, I want to explore like all of these different topics, and like this is what I mean by more raw, more like these are stories that need to be said, that need to be expressed because they're real, because they happen and they exist. So where are their animations? Hmm. So yeah, that's what I think. I kind of express this as like kind of what do I bring to the table, I guess, or why this is my like why I want to be someone in the animation industry so bad. So at first, so here's the thing, I love Disney, obviously, like top 10. Like I love Brother Bear. It's like one of the best things ever. I always say Brother Bear because this is a topic. This is good. It's a topic that is very important for for children to understand. Here's my thing. So I want to be an animator, right? I want to be a storyteller. I think I want to I have stories to tell and I have the emotional capacity to kind of be like, what would people like? How would this go? How would this go? Oh, I thought you turned it off. But I have no money. So instead, I think I'm just going to document my progress and my journey to becoming this creative director, I guess is what I want to do. Well, I said, but I guess I mean there's so much that I want to do that it's completely plausible that I find something and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible and I love it. I want to keep with it. But end goal is creative director. Okay, I want to direct a film. I want to put something out there that people that it brings hope and it brings joy and it brings comfort. That's all I want. And in the end, that brings people together. This is why I love animation. This is why I love storytelling. Because people are heard. People's, you can see my cat in the back. People's stories are being told to a large audience. And that feeling in you when you start when you feel seen, it's just such just that feeling is so it means so much to so many people. Sorry, just had a mole break. My mom made mole, so I went to go eat some. I feel great. Anyways, ooh, what was I talking about? As of right now, let's keep going. Okay. So I had mole, right? Oh, I was talking about how this process, right? This process of me doing this, what better way than to gain story making, storytelling, filmmaking experience than making a film, right? So I'm like, okay, make your own videos. And here's the thing, this is on my phone. Where am I editing it? I don't know. Might have to download something. I guess I'll get freaking Premiere. Well, as an IU student, thankfully you have access to the Adobe Cloud, but then I'll have to do that at Heron. Or I could bring it up on my computer. But last time I did that, that was pretty hard. So, you know, right now, this is just me and you. There's no script. There's no I don't even have a doc. Okay, I'm an organized person, but I don't even have a doc up of what I'm gonna say, points to talk about. This is just me and you. So as time goes by, obviously I hope to work on these skills, gain experience, gain knowledge, show my progress, and we can watch together and we can learn together. You know? Hold on, my cat wants out. Okay. So yeah, we can learn together. This is great. Because again, here's the thing. I want to go into the industry. I want to be an animator. I want to be a creator. I want to I'm thinking visual development, character design, literally just make a story. I love the collaboration process and I love the idea of talking with people, making these ideas, designing, creating, working on again, researching. I love that. Researching a certain culture or researching like culture, language, sociology, and psychology, and incorporating all of that into a world. Oh my gosh, I love that. Avatar, I mean, Blue People Avatar. Avatar, the animation is cool. But I mean, Blue People animation, that movie, the way water, oh, the way that they have to make their own, they made their own underwater language, sign language. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Okay, so researching, okay, all that, right? I want to do that, but I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. And so we'll learn together. Let's figure this out together. If you're in the same boat as I am, you're like, I really want to do it, but how do I get there? Let's figure it out together, right? Okay, also, I know some things. One, you have to work on a portfolio. One thing, you have to draw. So we got to work on that. We got to work on that. One thing I know for sure that you got to do in this journey, you have to draw, you have to create, and you have to get your ideas out there. And follow some people on LinkedIn. That's what I saw. I initially thought as an art student, I didn't need LinkedIn. All my friends would be like, follow me on LinkedIn. And I'd be like, you're a business major. I don't care. Like, I don't need LinkedIn. I'm an art major. But like, actually, apparently it's used too in the profession. So I think my cat wants back in. Okay. What was I saying? We're going to learn together. I remember what I was talking about. LinkedIn. Yes. That's something we do, I guess, apparently. I mean, by we, I mean like as artists. Here's the thing, I don't even have like an ArtStation account. Wait, no, I do. Because I was told that this is cool. But yeah. Like by literally anything, like I have an Instagram, but it's not really, obviously I want to work on it more. I don't even have a portfolio. I want to put stuff online, but it's like I don't even feel really too like proud of anything that I've made. I feel like I can always do better. And all of the assignments that I've done were under like it was under school, which was still great. It doesn't affect the content. It's more so like because I have to balance this project with other schoolwork. And I'm still doing it for a grade at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like this is fully truly this is for me and you. And like I don't know. I mean, obviously I think we all get that feeling at this I'm 19. You get that feeling of like, oh, I'm already behind. Like you see these 16, 17-year-old animators and they're doing great. Okay. So I'm kind of putting this out there so that I can hold myself accountable. And through this, I can hopefully make some connections, hold myself accountable, make sure I keep up with my progress. Especially because I'm doing this over the summer. It's summertime, school's out. A lot of stuff is happening too, though. A lot of life stuff. Yeah, I have no money, so this is how I'm gonna try to get in.